which the extension ends and the collar begins. You can see this break point is below, somewhere just about above the high, somewhere around the high hip area. So this one is breaking very, very low. This one breaks at the waistline. This one breaks at the butt point. It's an aesthetic decision. You then go up to the shoulder neckline intersection and you extend that shoulder line out 1 inch. I'll explain to you in a moment why I went out that 1 inch. You then create the breakpoint line. The breakpoint line goes from the breakpoint, this point right here, through to the end of that 1 inch extension. We are now going to fold it under on the breakpoint line. Just like so. Okay, so fold it under on the breakpoint line. And then with your trusty tracing wheel, I want you to trace through the 1 inch extension and the neckline curve to the other side. In other words, I want a mirror of this line and this line right here. So I'm tracing through the neckline curve and the 1 inch extension. I'm going to open this up and fill it in just so that you can see it. French curve. And this line here. Okay, so here's my mirror. So once again, after you create the breakpoint line, you will fold it under on the breakpoint line. And then you will trace through the neckline curve and the 1 inch extension. Questions thus far? Simple enough? Okay. I now want you to find the halfway point around this neckline curve. You can do it by eye. Just make a point and make a mark. Find the halfway point around the neckline curve. Just a little bit higher than that. Then, at the shoulder neckline intersection on the mirrored side, this is actually a mirror of this point. So the shoulder neckline intersection on the mirrored side, I want you to come out 1/4 of an inch to the right and make a small dot. Once again, at the shoulder neckline intersection, on the mirrored side, come out 1/4 of an inch and make a small dot.
The halfway point on the neckline is also on the mirrored side?
That is correct. Okay, here's where is the most common mistake that's made on this collar. So just listen to me carefully. I want you to draw a straight line from that halfway point, touching this 1/4 inch mark. And without changing directions, I want you to continue up a distance equal to the back neck measurement. Where did I get the back neck measurement from?
The mannequin.
Where?
The mannequin.
No, I didn't get it off the mannequin.
You measured your bodice.
Yeah, it came off the back sloper. Okay, so you have to measure the back slope in order to know how far up to go. Here's the most common mistake, and I don't know why students do it, despite the fact that I'm trying to be so emphatic. Don't change directions. You know, I do all like this with my hand. For whatever reason, they'll go up, hit this point, and then change direction. Why, I don't know. It took me a while, actually years, to figure out what was going on. For whatever reason, they would get to this point, and then they would square against this line right here. And that would throw them off in this direction. Doesn't change direction. It is a straight line, touching this point, and then continuing straight up, a distance equal to the back neck measurement. So I'm going to draw this line, and I'm going to go up 3 1/4 inches because that happens to be my distance. The second most common mistake, what I said was draw a straight line from the halfway mark, touching the 1/4 inch mark, And then from the 1/4 inch mark, continue up a distance equal to the back neck measurement. Students start here and immediately go up the back neck measurement, 3 1/4 inches. And then they wonder, why is it that the collar won't reach the center back? You don't have enough to reach the center back. You started measuring from that point. The back neck, this is the shoulder, so the back neck has to be from this point going up. That's why I drew these brackets here, to let you know. This is the back neck measurement. This is part of the front.
I have a question. So the back neck measurement meaning the entire measurement of the neckline. Okay.
That's correct. Everyone, and I do mean everyone, will square over to the left 2 1/2 inches. And then you will square back down until you reach the shoulder. Once again, straight line from the halfway point, touching the 1/4 inch mark, and then from the 1/4 inch mark, you continue up a distance equal to the back neck measurement. You then square over to the left 2 1/2 inches, and you square back down until you reach the shoulder. Now this tends to throw a couple of people off, because they tend to come up to my draft and say, Professor, you're 3/8 of an inch from the shoulder neckline, and I'm only 1/8 of an inch away. Or I'm 1/2 inch away. Or I'm only 1/4 of an inch away. That depends on many factors. It depends on your break point. If you break low, you're going to wind up, when you finish, you're going to wind up over here. And if you break high, then you're going to wind up way over there. It had nothing to do with you getting it wrong. It was just where you chose to make your break point. If I had made this double-breasted, it's going to change all over again. Okay, every time I do something to this, raise it up, lower it down, move it out, that point changes. So don't be confused that mine is a different place from yours. It simply has to do with where I created my break. Questions so far?
Even if this here is like slanted, the straight line is still going to go up.
That's correct.
Okay.
Ichi. Okay.
Why you're already famous. All the videos.
Well, I just want you to know that that face in the post office is not me.